So yeah, the movies are back to back basically. So, and I have a splitter on the HDMI, which is going to the. You've been here since then, right? Now I fixed the problem with the sound defaults to the HDMI, and there's a setting in the sound under a control panel that sets the default, and the default was taken away from HDMI, so it reverts back to the jack.
Awesome.
Jeez.
All right, so here we go. A little warm up. Let's go down to this. Nice and soft. Okay, this is just a soft one. So it's always really round, so it's never ah. Hello, Don.
Morning. You still have a
Okay, let's
face.
just go.
Good.
Okay, here we go. Keep it soft again. Let me hear you.
John tried to put a new battery in it, and it's not was not working for him. Maybe another sequence.
Let's sing. Go home with Joe. Go home with Joe. Going down the scale now. Go home with Joe. Go home with Joe. Listen to you.
Go home with Joe. Go home with Joe. Go home with Joe.
How low can you go?
Go home with Joe. Go home with Joe. Go home with Joe. Go home with Joe.
Oh, nice. Okay. Nice range. All right. I'm going to use that, and Bill's going to use that when we do our solo. Stevie will not be here today. Okay, so let's do I'm the Thinker. Everybody know what their job is on this one? Everybody know their verse?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. The chorus is always 2 times, and then the tag is just the last 2 measures 2 times. Okay. All right. And the intro will just be the second line, okay? Second line is the intro. 1, 2, here we go. The thinker. Okay, sorry, I didn't start, but yeah, that was where we were supposed to start. All right, let's try it again. Ready, intro, ready, go.
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that chase my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought
more than meets
I'm
the
so
eye.
much more.
Than
Okay,
meets
wait.
the eye.
I'm so
So
much more.
than meets the
Yeah, so let's try this again from the beginning. Ready, and
I can choose to be the light that brightens someone's darkest night.
I'm
So
so
much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined.
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that shapes my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that shapes my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
one more time.
I have the power to change my life.
Cut it off like that.
Choir 1 and choir 2 mics are too far away from you.
Too far
I'm
away.
so much more
From us?
than meets the eye.
For them.
I
You said
cannot
both.
be defined.
A little bit, maybe more toward you, because Janice has a stronger voice. I mean, louder voice, longer.
Let's try this last. Let's try the last verse and the ending. Okay.
Where does the frame end?
I've always been loud.
All right, so here we go.
I need
1,
to be
2.
stronger.
Here you go. I
I
can.
can choose to be the light that brightens someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined.
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Not held out.
Okay.
So 3
Very
times.
nice. That's always a fun one.
It's a good
And it's so true.
isn't it?
You got the power, people. Okay, so now Bill is going to sing the verses on Walk a Mile in My Shoes, and our job is to sing what? Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in. Walk a mile. It's not on. There's no rest, and I keep it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Right here.
And then he sings. Walk a mile in my shoes. I'm just kind of going over this. All right, so that's all you have to do.
And here's the.
Well, the ooze, we might try some ooze on the recording. He has. I'm just not sure what all Bill, which verses Bill's going to sing. He's not going to sing the whole thing because it's really long. So, the ooze tend to come in on the
I wrote them
like
down.
She's a
halfway
good
through the
student.
verse.
She wrote them all down.
I wrote them down on the recording.
Oh, that's very good of you. I don't know if we're going to use all those, but so you tell. Why don't you tell us,
Here's
Patsy,
my
where they
brown-
are? Show. Can you underline? Do y'all have something to write with here?
Patsy, tell us, Liz.
You can underline where the ooze goes.
Okay, so after so where walk a mile in my shoes, walk a mile in my shoes, and where it goes on the second verse, and before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, there's who's there. And
Okay,
then,
so, all right, I didn't realize that.
yeah. And where he said, the last one where we go, walk a mile in my shoes, that's all ooze after that. And then, so unless you've lived, that's the 1, 2, the third verse, so unless you've lived a life, there's ooze, and it goes up, it goes ooze, and then ooh, it slides up into ooze, and that, on that line, so unless you've lived a life, so there's ooze in
So
there.
unless you, so it's ooze.
goes up.
Well, then you know.
Yeah, yeah. So that same
And then does
thing,
it drop out?
and then drop out, and then on the next verse, well, I may be common people, it's the same thing, ooh, ooh,
Yeah, so it's like 2 notes.
yeah.
Unless somebody can throw in, I might throw in some harmony, so I might not sing the same notes.
And
as
then
y'all
in
sing.
the next verse, hey, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, there's oohs.
Okay.
So each time says something.
And in the next verse, and if I only had the wings, that's the ooh,
Okay, now
ooh.
I'm not sure if Bill's doing that verse, let's see what. We'll just follow the music, but you all don't have all the words up there. Here, I'll give you the words, if you want more words.
We have words that we're singing.
We're good.
We're good.
You only have that one copy, you want another
I've got a copy over here.
I just
I
gave
can
you the.
see, I can see there.
Well, when, it's just ooh, so it tends to always come on the second half of the verse, which is kind of like another verse, but it's the second half of the verse, the first half of the second half of the verse
Yes.
is where it always comes. All right, so let's just try it and see what happens. Bill, you're gonna step up here to sing it, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now, let's go ahead and practice it just the way we're gonna do it, baby. Okay?
Does he need that?
He's got,
All
no,
right, so,
no.
road map.
Well, no, but if we're gonna, no, I
Oh, yeah, will you give us the road map? Tell us what's going on.
So, this thing goes on for 8 verses.
8 verses.
Yeah. So, I'm referencing the recording. There's one time all the way through with an opening guitar lick. 2 verses. The walk a mile. 4 verses, then walk a mile, then 2 verses, then walk a mile. So why don't we just make it symmetrical so nobody has to think?
All right, well.
2
You're
verses.
the only one that has to think, if we just follow your lead.
Well, I'm talking about where the walk, let's just do 2 verses, walk a mile, 2 verses, walk a mile, 2 verses, walk a mile, and
Okay.
get all out.
All right, so whenever he gets to the second half, he's calling 2 verses, I call that 1 verse. I call the 2 halves of 1 verse, okay? So what he's calling the second verse each time is.
He's
is what
calling
is
this
where
2,
the
he's
oohs
calling
are,
this
the first
2.
part of that second verse that he sings.
So for us, it's
I
just
call it 1
1,
verse because the ending is different.
See how she's caught it?
yeah.
Well,
Well, no, it's not really, it's the same direction. Okay, so.
We're good.
So let's just try it. So you come on up here, and we can just bring your music stand right on up here too.
His being anal.
Does that work for you, Bill?
yes.
Okay.
How about the intro? I'm gonna
Yeah, and you can, okay, so Bill's gonna need a little space there, Janice.
Yeah, we need to, guys, we need to shift down a couple inches.
Yeah, what,
Yeah.
the queen?
Yeah.
More. Yeah, that's good.
If I could be you, if you could be me, for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's mind. If you could see you through my eyes instead of your ego, I believe you see that you've been blind. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Before you accuse, criticize and refuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Now your whole world you see around you is just a reflection. Lord karma says you're gonna reap just what you sow. So unless you live a life of perfection, better be careful of every stone that you throw. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. it's hurting you. Lord have mercy. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. For you, criticize and abuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Oh, walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. For you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
That's about it.
Okay. All right, would you put a little solo in there, kind of like the intro, just before the third verse? I mean, before the last verse that you sing.
If this mic could come to, that's hot.
You sound really good on it. This is a good one for you. I knew it would be.
Yeah, it is.
I'm really good at picking songs for Bill. Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah, of course.
Could you cut this mic down? That dude is hotter than a bucket full of red ants.
Well, that's damn hot.
Hotter than a what?
Bucket full
Red
of
ants.
red ants. We got
Yeah, there's a mistake. in
Southern
there.
human here.
Da-da-da-da. That should be a D, shouldn't it, Bill? Bill?
That'll be fine.
Shouldn't this be a D right here? Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's all right. What?
When you do yours,
Yeah, yeah.
EQ Bill completely different and change the level.
Okay. So what do you want me to do? When I get up there, do you want me to remind you that you need to,
Right mic in.
or do you want me to just take this mic and put it over there?
No, if it's a different level, it'll be fine. Once we're rolling. You don't gotta worry about it. If
Okay.
you remember, cut it down. If you don't, I'll back off.
So I want your ears.
Okay, I think I should do that one again. I'm trying to figure out what I was thinking a little organ would sound good on this. It would
just,
really
you
need Bill to
know,
play the
just
organ
looking here.
and the guitar at the same time, but.
That necklace.
Oh, you wanted my earrings.
Yeah. This is my latest $4.90 dress from Goodwill.
Oh, I love Goodwill. Very pretty. I love the necklace. Yeah, I love it.
Looks great with the dress.
Oh, yeah. I got this at
Um,
Dick's.
Let's try it again. Let's go through the whole thing one more time. And,
I am so confused.
so
where I'm walking.
y'all are singing the same notes that Bill sings. Walk a mile in my shoes,
Oh,
right?
same notes. Oh,
And I'm singing the harmony, walk a mile in my shoes. But Christina could sing that with me.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be great if somebody could sing, walk a mile in my shoes. Could you do that, Christina?
Sure.
Walk a mile in my Except it's not, there's not a rest there. It's walk a mile in, 1, 2, 3. Walk a mile in my shoes. Do, 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 do. Walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah. If you could do the high one, and I'll do the middle one. So then Janice, the rest of y'all are singing the same note that Bill's singing. So
Okay.
he's singing, walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Ooh, walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah.
Okay.
So Christine and I will have harmony.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
If I could be you. For just one mile in my
Where do the oohs come in?
On that line.
At the beginning
Yeah.
of the line? Okay.
No, like, you were.
I have a question on the line, and before you abuse, criticize, and accuse where we ooh, do
We're
we
supposed
start?
to be oohing.
Do we start
Ooh, well-
oohing with and?
You know what, I think, don't ooh on that, because it's too confusing to try to come in. Let's just don't ooh there, okay?
But it is on the recording.
Because
Can I write on
you got,
this?
I know, but we're not, we don't have everything that they have. We're not, we can't, this reminds me, when I was in a lounge band one time playing the top 40 hits, and the manager, who was from a different country and spoke with a very heavy accent, called me and my partner Karen in, and he said, we had some complaints from the customers. And we said, what? And he said, well, they say you are off note. And we said, well, what do you mean we're off note? We thought we were sounding pretty good. You know, so we were trying to do the top 40 hits, 2 women, okay, with a piano and an acoustic guitar. And he said, well, they say when the record goes la 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 lo, you go la 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 lee. So we weren't doing it just like the record, and some people complained. And, you know, and ever since then I thought, too bad. Yeah, we're not doing it exactly like the record.
All right, so no ooh.
We're not Joe South, and we don't have his band, and we're not the crazy. So we're doing what our way, which is what I'm thinking is just better for you not to try to do oohs there, because it's more important that you come in on the word walk. And if you're oohing, you tend to not come in on the walk. Okay.
That
Let's try
is
the whole song.
very true. That is very true.
Yep.
That is very true.
That's what I noticed about myself. Okay.
Walk a mile?
No, because there is no walk a mile here.
Okay, let's start it.
Leave those.
Let me hear the praise singers after. You tell me when you're ready, and then I just want to hear. Okay, let me hear you all sing.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Much better. Yeah.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Okay, say that again. Let me hear you say.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
All right, somebody's singing my part. Walk a mile in my shoes, that's my part. Okay, and then Christina, your part is walk a mile in
my shoes. I'm going too far up, sorry.
Yeah. So it's
ahead.
walk.
I was doing walk.
Let's try again. Ready, go.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Yeah, do it again. One more time.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Yeah, before you abuse, criticize, and
walk a mile in my shoes.
Okay, all right, walk a mile.
We're not singing and before you abuse,
Walk a
right?
mile in my shoes.
No, that's him.
Okay, it's not
We're not
my
singing that.
Oh, I didn't know.
No.
That's him. That's him.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah. Don't hold the my
Walk
too
a
long. Okay.
Don't do the shoes.
Shoes has got
Oh,
to.
not
All
shoes.
right, let's try it again. Let's try the last verse before Now your whole world you see around you is just a reflection. Just do that verse.
Well, you mean sing Walk a Mile in My Shoes to lead into that verse?
No, I want you to sing that verse and lead into Walk a Mile in My Shoes.
Okay.
And then your guitar solo. Okay.
Where are we?
Now your whole world.
It's gonna be after the second chorus. It'll be like a verse, yeah. Oh, you know, there, you know,
After
however
this
you want
is
to do it.
guitar,
Because you're
right?
gonna sing after that, so whatever.
Here's instrumental?
That's what,
There was supposed to be.
1, 2.
I think the chorus.
Now your whole world surrounds you.
yeah.
It's just a reflection. And the Lord come says you won't reap just what you sow.
Instrumentals here.
Who's coming up here?
So unless you like total perfection, you better be careful with every stone that you should throw. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Before you abuse, criticize, walk a mile in my shoes. Oh, walk a mile in my shoes.
Sing another verse.
Yeah, we spread.
You want solo then?
This is the last verse.
Oh,
Yeah, just go, yeah.
Well, I may be common people, but I'm your brother. And when you strike out, try to hurt me, and you hurt you.
Now sing that again. I may be.
Common people, and when you strike out, try to hurt me, you hurt you.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Okay.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Let me hear you, Christina.
For you abuse, criticizing.
No one's there.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a
Mile in my shoes.
Got your notes? Is that right?
Walk a mile in my shoes.
For you abuse, criticize and abuse.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Is that right?
You're singing an octave.
Is that right?
You're going, it's
Walk-
walk a mile, it's
walk a
walk a
mi-
mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Oh, I'm going too higher
You're going,
again.
yeah, you're going
Okay.
up and singing an octave above.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Yeah, you're gonna fit above and not do that. Let's try it again.
Yeah,
Chorus again. 1, 2, go. Lead us into it, Bill. And it's hurting you, Lord. It's, when you strike
Really?
out.
Really?
Oh, just sing that verse coming into it.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I may be kind of people. I'm your brother. I don't know. And when you strike out, try to hurt me. Well, you are you. Lord have mercy.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Christina, you walk a mile.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile.
Before you abuse, criticize and abuse.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Before you accuse, criticize and abuse.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
So that's
I'm
twice.
gonna ask her.
How many times you want to
I'm gonna ask her. She's not singing this.
You just want it, okay? All right, let's Bill's trying to tell me something. All right, so
How many
Bill, how do you
times?
want to end it? You want to end it with just a going back and forth? So we do the full chorus twice. And maybe you just sing that by himself. So after we sing the full chorus 2 times, just let him kind of fade on it.
Yeah.
That way. Okay, does that work?
So 2 times and
Okay,
fade.
so we're not singing, he's not singing,
The
there are
last
people.
verse. He's only
Okay.
singing, but you all,
So on this verse, he's,
His words are
he skipped
different.
it the he skipped the first half.
okay,
Okay.
but you know it starts with N yet.
Yeah, yes, he
Okay.
does, but
Okay.
he just overlooked that.
I just wanted, I didn't know if he was dropping it or, I didn't know if he was dropping it.
Let's do it one more time.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm
The
not
whole
doing that.
Okay.
I just
That's
walked
right.
around- Man, I just walked
Walk
around
a
my
mile
shoes.
in my shoes. Okay, it goes down first, then it goes up. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
So he is singing that, he is singing that, and he is singing that.
You and I sing our part together, okay?
Okay.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Before you abuse, criticize, and accuse.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Okay, so you and I are the harmony, everybody else is, walk a mile in my shoes. And we know you got those low notes because you sang them earlier at the warm-up.
Yeah,
Walk a mile.
absolutely.
That would help
Can
me.
you sing?
Yeah, well, just that line.
Okay.
Hopefully got that
All
one.
right, try the whole song again, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
You can actually go a little further if you want. It's up to you.
If I could be you, and you could be me, just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's mind. If you could see me through my eyes,
Instead of your finger.
I believe you'd be surprised to see that you've been blind. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Before you accuse, criticize and abuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Now your whole world you see around you, it's just a reflection. And the law of karma said you're gonna reap just what you sow. As you live a life of total perfection, better be careful with every stone that you should throw. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Before you accuse, criticize and abuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
I think it's better. Better.
You guys know we don't.
It's better. Are you asking me how it is?
We don't.
And yet we spend the day so strong. And one another, I don't think it's close. With my head, well, I may be common people, but I'm your brother. And when you strike at me, try and hurt me, your heart and you. mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Before you abuse, criticize and abuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Before you accuse, criticize and abuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Bill takes it out.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Oh, walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
That's good. The drum sounds great.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this
that
is
last
two
one.
lines we ooh on. We don't ooh on the chorus.
They throw
Good.
No,
That's
it's
good.
on the chorus.
Good. Everybody's gonna like that one. They'll take them on back to the '60s. I got into listening to Joe South this week.
When is Jim gonna have a solo?
I've questioned him about that before. He's perfectly capable of delivering a really nice solo. It's gonna happen. All right, Beyond the Idea. We're all gonna sing this. This actually has
Okay, you wanna go back?
harmony,
You
and
wanna go
it's gone. Well, we can all play on it, I think. I don't know, maybe not the drum, but,
Are we doing with you on this?
yeah, we're all gonna sing it. I mean, if you all can sing the melody, then I'll add some harmony. But, let's just, I'll sing it in unison first and see how it goes, okay? All right, so the intro is gonna be the B part, which starts at measure 11 with the second ending, okay? The B part with the second ending. Here we go. So that, starting at measure 11 for the intro, and play the second ending, okay? 1, 2, 3. Oh, what's wrong? Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. D minor, 1, 2, G minor. Beyond the idea of right and wrong, there lies a field. There's a big rest there before the word there. Beyond the idea of power and control. Wait. There lies a field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. In the field beyond. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. In the field beyond. I'll meet you there. Beyond the idea of right and wrong, there lies a field. Beyond the idea of power and control, there lies a field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. In the field beyond, I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. In the field beyond, I'll meet you there. Yeah, so in the field beyond, I'll meet you there. Yeah, you repeat that. We don't do that on the intro. We don't repeat that last line on the intro, but in the song we do, at the very end of the song, okay? See how ending two has a repeat on it? We only do that at the very end of the song. So we're gonna sing it through twice. It sounds pretty good. I'm hearing it's a little heavy on the men's side. So maybe Kevin,
I'm
a little.
singing really, really soft.
Yeah,
so
well,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
hearing, maybe it's John, you know, on the soft songs, John, sometimes you're a little piercing, so maybe you could step back a little bit, okay? On that, but it's pretty, does everybody feel okay about that? Feel comfortable with it? So it's in the field beyond, I'll meet you. You can take a little lift after the word beyond, you know. In the field beyond, I'll meet you there.
Can we reprise that to the lawyer?
Yeah.
Reprise?
Want to do the whole thing again?
We just go.
So the choir one is not really pointing at your faces. Okay?
Can,
So it wants to be tilted up a little bit, choir one.
up?
Can I mention something about reprise? You guys go into deep meditation over there. So just try to stay a bit conscious of, we're going to get up and do this again after Don's talk for the reprise.
If I don't, one of my
It's
singing.
very soft also, because people are just coming off.
Let me hear you all from out here. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Beyond the idea of right and wrong, there lies a field. Beyond the idea of power and control, there lies a field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. Field beyond, I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. In the field beyond, I'll meet you there. In the field beyond, I'll meet you there.
Now, the in the is not in the field, it's in the field.
In the field.
In the field,
In the field.
It's not.
in the field.
So Blair, for the I'm sorry, for the reprise, we're gonna start with Beyond the Idea of Right and Wrong and just sing 3
We'll do the
minutes.
whole thing through.
Whole,
Just like,
okay.
we'll sing what we just sang for the reprise.
Okay.
We'll do the whole thing through once with the tag, with the repeat of the last song.
Thank you.
But when we do it before the meditation, we're gonna do the whole thing through twice, and we don't put the tag on till the end.
Right.
The repeat. But it sounds pretty, okay. So one more song to go through,
Yeah, that's yours, right?
No,
gone through everything. haven't
no, we've gone through everything.
I'd like to go through none one more time, just because.
Go through who?
But it's just me, so everybody else can take 5.
Okay, yeah.
Woohoo! Let's take 5. So you don't need this copy?
Well, I like to look at both. Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. I can
You
just
like
look at that
having
one.
this over here?
That's fine.
No, I like having.
Oh, okay, great, yeah. That's, it was perfect the way it was, yeah. Because here and there, I'm glancing over here.
They heard it back. That's already.
Yeah, just Christina, just, you
I don't know
know.
why they organized it and called it 8 verses, because it's hard to, if you don't know it, it's hard to look at this and go, where the hell is the?
You want me to print it out again?
Have you seen my latest project?
Okay, so I'm gonna sing.
Oh, wow.
I found a piece of walnut, big chunk, cut it down with a chainsaw.
Where did you find it? Just wandering?
The fraternity houses we used to take care of, the kids would get a chunk of wood, and they did some kind of a drinking game where they drove spikes down into it. Whoever got it in one spot, one hit, supposedly gets the drink or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was.
Okay, I'm
laying
sorry I
in
have
the
to sit
yard.
down
You're
for
not
this,
supposed
but
to have that
bring my
shit.
guitar strap.
Wow.
So I picked this up and cut it down, found that in the next to our dumpsters. That's,
Okay.
use that like our coat, 4 coats of that on top of it.
That's gorgeous.
It's in use.
What did you do to fix the clock? Because John tried to do it.
We got it. They had to pick up the radio signal. It's an atomic clock.
That's gorgeous.
All found stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna go through this song now, Bob, all right? Walking in the woods one day, 5 blind men a following. I'm not hearing the guitar, is it on? Is the guitar coming through? It doesn't sound like it. It's coming through the monitor. Okay. Walking through the woods one day, 5 blind men a following. We came upon an elephant just resting in a glade. What have we here? The blind men cried, for none had ever seen one. An elephant was my reply, just sitting in the shade. An elephant, I did explain, is big and friendly, gray and slow. An elephant does not forget and sprays things with its nose. Before I could continue on, the 5 blind men had found it, and moving with their hands and ears, had made their way around it. The first blind man had grabbed its leg, and proudly he concluded, an elephant is like a tree, strong and firmly rooted. The second blind man said, hold on, that's not what I have here. For he was feeling round the tusk and called the beast a spear. The third blind man was in the front, clinging to a trunkly nose. It's neither spear nor tree, said he, an elephant's a hose. Round the other way beside a giant deer, the 4th blind man, stroking, found it wide and flat and much more like a fan. And lastly, bringing up the rear, the 5th blind man did grab and grope, and playing with the tail declared the elephant a rope. Just right then our gentle friend, not used to such attention, got up to stretch and move a bit and turn a ways around. But when he sat back down again, the parts were out of order, and each blind man was feeling parts the other 4 had found. The first said, wait, what was a tree now feels much more like a spear. The second said, that's what I thought, but now a hose is here. The third, who thought he held a hose, was fondling now a fan, which incidentally was a rope now to the 4th blind man. The 5th blind man, who'd held a tail, was now beside a leg, you see. So what he thought had been a rope was suddenly a tree. And all at once the 5 blind men began to laugh and shout, and realized that each was right, and joyfully stomped about. An elephant, they sweetly sang, is all these things and much, much more, the sum of which is greater than the parts we felt before. It just depends on where you stand, they said, and then they turned to the gentle giant for the lesson they had learned. So off we went, the 5 blind men and me out in the wood. But this time I was following them as humbly as I could. For they had blessed me with a gift, a sparkling truth revealed. Whatever you might think you see depends on where you stand and how you feel. All right, I got through it. Just for you, Don. Yeah, Lady Gaga, that's me. I look like her. I have the same presentation. So we have so much in common.
That's little, it'll be perfect. Actually, the way it worked out with the track,
That guitar has such a beautiful sound.
Oh, good. It should have because it's old and mellow, just like me.
How old is it?
It's 70, 74.
I didn't have that.
No, 70, 77, 1977.
That's when I got my guild. I got
Oh,
the
yeah.
guild and it's not but those who I killed the road were like the only thing is
Yeah.
good.